So one public lobby race at Monza, and enough for two videos that I want to cover about driving, driving standards and just people being otherwise careless. I was a victim in this race. That will be a second video, but we're going to ride on board with this guy that caused absolute mayhem at the start. I've turned off the hood because I don't want to obviously identify him and put names out there, because he could be a newcomer to ACC or sim racing, but it's just an example as to what not to do. I'll just play the start. I'll just skip it forward slightly. We'll go from his onboard view. Okay, I'm not going to blame him too much for that. We'll analyse it in a second, but here's where it gets really bad. Really bad. Because he takes me out. The worst is yet to come. Alright, so about about 5 victims, I guess, in the opening lap. Well, not even a lap, a couple of corners. The first one, and I said I don't really blame him for this one, because he'd kind of know where to go, and the contact with the Ferrari was very difficult to judge. If we stop it here, this is just a racing incident. It's unfortunate. The Ferrari's kind of rejoining the normal line very slowly. The guy in the Porsche, to be fair, contact's inevitable. Nothing could be done here. It would have made more sense to take to the escape road rather than bounce it over the sausage, as we see. But anyway, so let's take a bit of an eagle-eye view on this one. We'll just play it out. So I'm actually in the McLaren at this on this one, and it's I'm not the worst of it. What happens next is far worse. Bad rejoin, and the worst here is not holding the brakes. Takes out a Lamborghini as well, so, you know, a couple of people, their race is finished. Now, if we look at, you know, not holding the brakes, I don't need to analyse that, but if you look at the contact that was made with my car, you know, I'm giving him enough space. And this is just a great example of another guy not realising, you know, I'm coming down to pinch off because I'm technically ahead of him at this stage, but I know he's there. And me being a bit more cautious, I open my line a little bit, just to give a bit of racing room. And this might have been my mistake, because it's basically invited someone up the inside. He doesn't have... You know, I mean, it's on him to decide whether or not he can put his car there. Now, as it turns out, if we take a step back, as we go around this corner, I do give him a slight bit more room as the video rolls, because I become aware that he's, you know, right beside me. So it's difficult to see in this angle, but I'm actually drifting a bit more to the left. And how you can tell that is because this guy is coming away from the curb. If you look back about, you know, 10 or 20 meters ago, he was right on the curb. Now he's, you know, further away from it. The contact is made. Now again, I'm not going to show the hood because I don't want to name people. But he's fully on the throttle, like fully. Yeah, no sign of coming off the throttle. And he was literally on the throttle the whole time. Until ending up in the grass. Yeah, just careless really. But yeah, kind of an example of what not to do. You know, going for narrow gaps, not being able to hold yourself together. We'll have a look at this in the next video from my point of view. In which case you'll probably, yeah, it wasn't great. But yeah, as I say, an example of what not to do. If you feel like you're being pinched, it is often better to back out of it. I didn't feel I was pinching him that much, although it was quite tight, but I did start to give him a bit more room on the inside. But you know, if there's any doubt, it's on the following car really to do the sensible thing, or at least we hope will do the sensible thing. In this case, obviously, the driver didn't. And in the next video, you'll see me actually do the sensible thing at the start that happened, you know, about 20 seconds before this mess. I went on to finish the race in 10th position, I think. So, you know, just getting some laps in for a league race that I have coming up. But yeah, we'll leave it there. And yeah, until the next one.